is Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid, with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross, and Diana Day in...
A Letter from America for Grandad.
Now, look, lad, I'm trying to get these letters delivered, so leave me alone, will you?
Sorry, Mr. Postman. Did I make you jump?
Oh, you did that, leaping out of the bushes at me, waving that thing in my face. What is it?
It's me water pistol. One squeeze of this trigger and I could fill you full of hot soup.
Look, out of my way. I've no time to play cops and robbers. I'm a postman, not a gangster.
That's just it. You ain't no postman.
You are?
I've been checking on you, and you are a gangster. You're the king of the New York underworld, Tommy Gun Tony.
Very funny. And who do you think you are?
Me? I'm Lieutenant Hank Masterson, New York Crime Squad.
Hey? All that rubbish on the telly. Look, you must watch all the American programs. You seem to know all the lingo.
Oh, yes, I know all the American words. Guess I ought to have been born stateside in Philly or maybe L.A. That's Philadelphia or Los Angeles, it is.
Yes. Well, look, I've got these letters for your house.
Let me see.
Get off.
Hey, there's one here from America. Now, that's a coincidence.
Give it to you.
Name and address of sender. Andrew Sinclair, 1250 Westchester Avenue, the Bronx. Went from me granddad's brother in New York, me great-uncle Andy. He went to live over there years ago. Do you know why?
Yes. He thought he'd be safe from you.
No, listen, he went to live in Canada first.
These are the photos that came with Uncle Andy's letter.
Yes, I'll look at them later, Mother. I want to watch something on the telly in a few minutes.
So do I. New York Crime Squad.
It's a ballet.
Oh, is it a ballet? Can you imagine Lieutenant dancing the darn duck with a district attorney?
I'm talking about the ballet on BBC Two. It's The Sleeping Princess.
You mean she dances in her sleep? Don't tell me she snores in time to the music. Da-da-da-da-da.
Don't be funny.
Andy says his son Duncan's doing well in New York, Pat.
We're not watching any ballet. If we want to laugh, we can always watch Steptoe & Son.
The ballet's not supposed to be funny.
It will be if that fella in the lace blouse jumps too high and splits it tight.
Oh, shut up. Switch it on, Susan. I'd like to see the ballet as well.
But, Ma'am, it's New York Crime Squad on the other lot. Luke's in the book. Blood on Broadway, Part 2.
Well, you're not watching it. I saw Part 1.
What's that, Pat?
We're talking about the telly, New York Crime Squad.
Oh, aye. Smashing program. Switch it on. Andy says a neighbour of his might be calling to see us. I say, Andy says...
We heard you, Grandad. He's a right little chatterbox, isn't he?
I shan't tell you again, Jimmy. Go and see who's at the front door.
It's somebody called Wilbur Spinetti.
Is it? Well, now he's told us who it is, Ma'am. There's no point in me going.
Go and answer that door.
Yes, Ma'am.
Andy doesn't see much about him. Oh, just he's round these parts on business next week, and he might look us up.
I'm coming. If I don't get back in there quick, they'll have that blinking ballet on.
Hello?
Goodbye, can't stop. Shut the door, wipe your feet, come in. Cheerio.
You what? Come here, you young brat.
Who was it, Jimmy?
Well, I only got a quick glance, ma'am, but it was somebody who looked like Mr. Higginbottom.
Oh, that's a pity.
It is. Fancy some poor man having to look like Mr. Higginbottom.
I meant he'd called just before the ballet's going to start.
That's all right, Susan. I've only called to pick up your Grandad to take him for a drink.
Who's going to pick him up after he's finished drinking?
I'll pick you up and put you over my knee in a minute. Come on, Higgy, let's go. I want to show this letter and the photos to the landlord and a few of my pals. I'll get my hat and coat.
Hello?
That you, Tommy?
Sid, where are you ringing from?
Well, it's a pub called the Rose and Crown.
Oh.
Listen, Tommy, I think we found our next mug.
Yeah?
A chap called Sinclair. Peter Sinclair.
Peter Sinclair. Ah, he's a Scotch mug, is he?
Yeah, he's an old pensioner, and he's in the public bar shooting his mouth off about some brother of his in New York. He's never stopped talking since he came in.
Oh, well, you know the Scots, when they get going, the only way to stop one of them talking is wedge his mouth open with an haggis. Is there anybody with him?
Yeah, a big useless layabout called Higginbottom. His mouth's never been shut either.
What, you mean talking?
No, drinking. I'm not kidding. He can knock it back faster than the breweries can brew it. Anyway, I've been stood at the bar with my newspaper open, cracking on I was picking winners, and I've written down all the information we want to know.
What about conning this bloke Sinclair, you mean?
Yeah. Look, a neighbour of his brother's is calling next week, an American called Wilbur Spinetti.
Spinetti?
Now, Sinclair knows nothing about this fella, so I suggest you strike while the iron's hot, ring the house, and tell them you're coming tomorrow.
Yeah, great. Okay, my friend, just leave everything to me, and I'll have my feet under Sinclair's table before you can see dang my hide and stamp my breeches. Whatever that means.
I can't make you a cup of tea, Mr. Spinetti.
Why, no thanks, ma'am. I reckon I'll wait until I take out for the meal I promised y'all.
Oh, well, it's very good of you, but you really shouldn't.
I know what I'm going to have. A large Texas T-bone medium rare with pretzels, French fries, and corn on the cob, followed by a flapjacks washed down with applejack.
And what was all that?
Tell her, Mr. Spinetti.
Well, the boy, well, look, my boy, you won't get American dishes where we're going.
It's not the dishes I'm bothered about. It's what they put in them.
Jimmy. Mr. Spinetti, I understand you flew over here on business.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, business.
What ship did you come on?
The Queen Elizabeth. No, my boy, I came by air on a jumbo.
You mean you flew over on an elephant?
He's quite a guy, your son, Mrs. Clitheroe. As we say back home in the States, he's,
I'm all there with my candy balls.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Well, wait until I get back to little old New York and tell Andy about this. Wonderful guy, Andy. I've known him for years, you know.
But he's only been in New York about 12 months.
Oh, my, how time flies. No, you see, I first met your Uncle Andy over there some years ago on holiday.
Oh, no, you didn't.
What do you mean I didn't?
You didn't meet him on holiday over there. You met him on vacation.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, vacation.
When was it? In the autumn?
The vacation? Yeah, I do believe it was in the autumn.
It wasn't, you know. It was in the fall.
Jimmy, stop showing off.
Yeah. Fall, yeah. Look, Jim, my boy, don't let me keep you in the house if you want to go out and play with your little friends. You have got friends, I assume.
Oh, I'm quite happy here talking to you. It gives me a chance to try out me American words on you.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid. Mrs. Clitheroe, Mr. Sinclair's been a long time gone to the off-license.
Liquor store. That's what we call an off-license where you live.
Be quiet. I think I just heard him come in the back door, Mr. Spinetti.
Here you are, Wilbur. Oh. Something to gladden your heart and warm your cockles. Glass of real Scotch whiskey.
Oh, well, gee, thanks, Sir Peter.
This is a real drink. Not like that stuff you have over there in America.
Oh, you mean,
Bourbon?
Pardon?
No, pardon, bourbon.
Now, look, you behave yourself. Well, there's a good boy.
Where? Just a little American joke. You said, there's a good boy, and I said, where?
He's as daft as Bugs Bunny.
I'm warning you. Any sign of Susan and Alfie yet, Father?
They're just coming up the street, Pat. Cheers, Wilbur. Down the hatch.
Yeah, cheers. Here's mud in your eye, or something.
That was good. Come over to the window, Wilbur, and look at my garden.
Well, thanks, Peter. Oh, look, there's Susan with a young man coming along the pavement.
Sidewalk.
No, they're walking straight ahead. Sidewalk?
Yes, that's what they call pavements where you live.
Yeah, but over here I make it a rule to speak like we, like you.
quite like him, don't you, Alfie?
Oh, yes, very nice, ma'am. Yeah, even if he does get a bit mixed up.
Grandad seems to get on well with him.
Me Grandad gets on with anybody who'll drink with him. I'll tell you what, though, there's something funny about this blinking Wilbur.
Oh, don't be so silly. He certainly knows all about us and all about Andy's family.
Yes, but he knows nothing about the crime squad. Fancy, he's supposed to have lived in New York all this time, and he told me he's never met Hank Masterson.
Of course he hasn't, you fool. The man's fictional. There's no such person in real life. He doesn't exist.
That's what I've just told you. He's a great big phony.
At Wimbledon, Nastasia has taken the first set 6-4.
That was a lovely meal, Wilbur. Thank you.
Well, my pleasure, Pat. Did everyone else enjoy it?
Aye, it was delicious, Wilbur. That's the first time I've had steak cooked in wine and brandy. Mind, there was too much for me. I couldn't eat all that steak.
No, but you drank all the gravy.
Don't you start again. You've done your best to ruin everything. Throwing water all over the waiter when he was cooking my crepe Suzette.
Well, I didn't know they cooked it at the table. When the flames shot up, I thought his trolley was on fire.
Oh, well, the waiter won't mind. He won't mind when he gets the 3-pound stiff I'm going to give him.
£3 for a tip? Yeah, you could drown me for that. In a bucket. No, not drown me. Wet me in one. But with it, I mean, a bucket of water.
Yes, but your mouth would be open, so you drink the water and swallow the bucket.
That'll do, Jimmy. We've had a beautiful meal, Wilbur. Thank you very much.
Aye, thank you. You've certainly done us proud. £13 for the meal, plus the tip. That's £16. It's a lot of money.
Oh, shucks, that's chicken feed, Peter. After all, nothing's too much for Andy's relatives, and it's only money. Oh, by the way, my friend, my traveler's checks haven't arrived at the bank yet, so I wonder if you'd pay the way to Peter, and I'll settle with you later.
What? Aye, of course. £16, you say? Well, I've got some money belonging to the bowling club.
Fine. Now, don't you forget to remind me.
You must be joking. It may be only money to you, Mr. Spinetti, but to a Scotsman, it's blood.
Now, that's what I call a beautiful pair of cufflinks, see, Peter?
Ah, they certainly are. They're solid gold.
Oh, yes, sir. 18 carats, sir.
That's what they said on the archers. That'll be a lovely ring, Walter. 18 carats? No, I'll be chewing turnips.
All right, cut it out.
Did you want the cufflinks, sir?
Sure do, buddy. Wrap 'em up.
Thank you, sir. I'll just get the box for them.
How much are they, Mr. Spinetti?
Ah, you didn't ask the price, Wilbur.
Oh, I don't care about the price. They're a present for Andy, and nothing's too good for him.
Well, that's very nice of you, Wilbur.
Oh, think nothing of it, Peter. Oh, my traveler's checks still aren't through, so will you pay for the cufflinks and add it to the other money I owe you?
Oh, yes. Well, of course.
Here you are, sir. That will be £15.50.
£15.50. They're expensive, aren't they?
So what, Grandpa? Mr. Spinetti doesn't care how much they cost. They're for handy. And you're paying. I wish you'd speak up on that telephone, Wilbur. This kill's a bit small.
Hello, Adibas. Oh, it's just you, Jimmy.
Oh, X, Alfie, you frightened the life out of me. I thought it was me mum or me Grandad.
No, it's me.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, of course I'm me. Oh, you do talk soft. I came in the back way. I came in the back way so I could wipe my feet properly, because they're all muddy.
Well, now you've wiped your feet, put your shoes on.
Yes, I will. I have them on, you fool. It was me shoes that are white.
All right, quiet. I'm trying to hear what Yankee Doodle Dandy's saying. He's on the phone to a pal of his called Sid.
Jimmy Clitheroe, but are you listening at the keyhole?
Of course not. I'm trying to open the door with me ear, you daft-looking...
Now, don't be cheeky. You shouldn't do it. You know what they say? Eavesdroppers never hear any themselves very good. I mean, they don't hear of themselves. Well, they do, but not very good. That is, they never hear it when they listen.
Why don't you listen to yourself, Alfie? Then you can ask yourself what you were talking about. when you were listening, and after you've told yourself, you can tell me.
You are. Oh, shut up. It's very naughty to listen at Keels, and if your granddad catches you, good man.
You're right, Alfie. Go and stand at the back door and warn me if he comes.
You're right, yeah. I will not.
Oh, just look out of the window then, and if you see him, hoot like a dog.
I'm not hooting like... Dogs don't toot, you twit the back.
They what? Thank you, Percy Edwards. Now, go in the garden and bury a bone. If you can't find a bone, bury our Susan.
Stop trying to be funny. Now, listen to me.
Quiet. Hey, Wilbur's talking about you to Sid.
About me?
Yes. Come and listen.
I will not. I told you it's wrong to eavesdrop. What's he saying about me?
He said, you're Susan's boyfriend.
What's so funny about that?
He said Susan must be fond of dumb animals.
The cheeky, rotten, Yankee yank. Let's see what else he's saying.
All right, don't push. I'm surprised at you, Alfie. It's naughty to eavesdrop.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't talk about people's backs. I mean, they talk about the behinds. Behind the backs, I mean.
Are you laughing at yourself?
No, it's him. He just said that there's only one problem. A little brat keeps poking his nose in. But he said next time he'll flatten it. I wonder who he means, Jimmy.
Alfie, what are you doing at that keyhole?
Listening. I mean, nothing. Hello, Mr. Sinclair.
He was bending down to tie his shoelace.
Yeah, that's right. I was bending down to tie my shoelace.
Yeah, and his ear got caught in the door handle.
And my ear got caught in the bolty belt rope.
Eavesdropping at your age. That's a fine example to set, Jimmy.
Don't worry, Grandad. You won't catch me eavesdropping. It's naughty. That's what I just told Alfie.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Sinclair. I didn't really want to listen at the keyhole to what Wilbur was saying, but
he couldn't hear him through the door.
I couldn't hear him through the door.
But, Ma'am, I tell you, Wilbur's not a proper American.
Oh, don't be so silly. And keep your voice down. He'll hear you. He's in the living room with Grandad and Miss Higginbottom.
I hope they do hear him. And Grandad gives him a good smack.
Alfie, why don't you take Susan out for a walk on the M1?
Oh, big laugh. The M1's miles away from the... Oh, shut up.
I tell you, Ma'am, Wilbur's a phony. He doesn't know anything about America besides elevators and sidewalks. He didn't know about feds, hoods, gumshoes, Roscoe's, fingering somebody for a hit or having your eggs sunny side.
Americans don't talk like that. Only on those stupid television programs you watch.
Susan's quite right, Jimmy.
Well, Americans don't say, now trouble it all, mate. The old geezer's a big mug, all right.
Who said that?
Wilbur did, when he was on the phone to his pal, Sid.
How do you know?
Because I was listening at the... Because Alfie was listening at the keyhole.
Is this true, Alfie?
No, but I don't know. Well, I mean, I was listening, but not to hear him say that. I mean, I wanted to hear him say Susan like men who were animals. No, not men, me. Well, I'm a man, but I'm dumb.
There's no answer to that.
Come away in, everybody. Wilbur's just leaving and he wants to say goodbye.
Oh, all right, Father. Watch what you say, Jimmy.
Now, here they are, Wilbur.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's been just great visiting with you lovely folks, but I'm afraid now it's time to say farewell.
I wish I was going to America myself.
I bet Mrs. Higginbottom does as well.
What was that?
I bet Mrs. Higginbottom would like to go to America as well, I said.
If it send you, I'd start a collection.
Well, goodbye, folks. It's been swell.
Goodbye, Wilbur, goodbye.
Oh, shut him up, Pete. Wilbur's a gent. When I dropped him off at his hotel, he shook my hand and he said it was a pleasure to know me.
That's what I mean. He keeps telling lies.
You what?
All right, Higgy. Now, look, Jimmy, once and for all, stop all this nonsense about Wilbur being a phony.
But what about all the money he got off you?
He gave me every penny back, and £2 to buy your mother some flowers.
And they gave him the money for my taxi bill, plus a £5 tip for me. He's all right, is Wilbur, even if he is a Yank.
I don't understand.
Answer the phone.
Perhaps now you'll realize every American isn't a gangster or a cop on New York crime squad. You silly infant.
All right, scraggy neck. There's no need to crow. Even if you look like one.
Jimmy Clitheroe, don't you insult Susan in front of me.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you wanted to insult her first.
Yeah, well, I did. No, I don't. Oh, dear, you're asking for trouble.
He's begging for it. If he was my son, he wouldn't be sitting there giving cheek to his elders.
No, if I was your son, I'd have run away from home.
I'll smack you, my lad.
I'm sorry.
Now, I don't want to hear another mention of Mr. Spinetti, or I'll dust your pants for you.
Father, that Mr. Spinetti's an impostor. He's not Andy's friend at all.
There you are, Grandad. Now go on, dust me mum's pants.
What are you talking about, Pat?
That was a phone call from London. From the real Wilbur Spinetti, saying he was sorry he hadn't been able to visit us, as he promised Andy, but that he hopes to call in for an hour next Sunday on his way to Scotland.
Oh, no. You mean we've been taken in by a con man?
No, we haven't. You have. Oh, the lot of you. I don't want to hear another word about Mr. Spinetti, or I'll dust your pants. Wilbur's a gent. He said it was a pleasure to take me for a ride. Perhaps now you realize every American isn't a gangster, you silly infant. Well, what have you three wise monkeys got to say now?
All right, all right. Dear, what are we going to do?
I don't understand why he did it. I mean, he gave you all the money he owed you, and the flowers, and the tip.
He didn't give me any money. He gave me a bloomin' check.
Oh, no. Well, you've heard of a check bouncing, folks. This one's going to break the pole vault record.
Oh, if I could only get my hands on the lying thief.
Hey, look, there's no good shouting. Let's think.
Yes. Now, look, Miss Higginbottom, you took him to his hotel, didn't you?
Yes, but he won't be there now, missus. He'll be away.
I'll go to the airport and catch him there.
Oh, Alfie, why would he be at the airport?
To carry his plane for America, of course. I mean, that's where they go from.
You know, when Alfie was born, they couldn't afford a rattle, so they used his head.
Oh, that's enough. Look, Alfie, this man's not an American. He's a fake, so he won't be going to America.
Hey, I've just remembered. I'll bet I know where he's going. To a cafe. That's what he was saying to his pal Sid on the phone. He said, I'll meet you at got it. The Hilltop Cafe.
I know that. It's a transport cafe about 3 miles from town.
Well, there you are.
Come on. We'll go in my taxi. It's worth a try.
When did you hear this, Jimmy?
When I was listening at the keyhole. I mean, when Alfie was. No, don't. I mean, if you please. I was listening. But if you're cross, it was Alfie.
I knew it'd be an easy touch, Tommy, as soon as I saw old Sinclair and the boozer.
Yeah, well, you were right. Smashing meals, free taxi rides, gold cufflinks, and about 20 quid in readies. Not bad for 3 days.
Well, I collected the money for that other job, so we're well fixed at the moment.
Yeah, there was only one snag, you know, that kid. A flipping walking encyclopedia of American patter he was. It's all this crime on the telly, you know. Ought to be stopped.
Hey, all right. It's leading kids astray.
There they are, Grandad.
Oh, hell, the brat.
So, we've caught up with you, have we?
Hello, Peter. Did you want something?
Yes, our money.
Yes, and your blood.
Yes, you American twister. Oh, only you aren't. Well, yeah, but you're not an American one. It's a twister, I mean, you're British. But I think
Alfie, shut your mouth and get ready to put your fist in Wilbur's.
Well, I'll see you later, Wilbur.
Hang on, you, hang on. You were in the pub the other night.
It's all up, Sid. Here, you sort out the young bloke. I'll do the big one. Right, here you are. Take that. And another one. Oh, you big
Stop struggling there, I'll let you. I'm warning you, I'll let you. Oh, my chin. Oh.
Are you all right now, Alfie?
Yes, I think so. Only my head feels a bit funny.
Good. Good. It's back to normal.
Don't be cheeky.
I'm not. I'm glad to see Alfie's all right. He was very brave. Sid picked up a chair and Alfie smashed it.
Did you, Alfie?
Yes. Unfortunately, he did it with his head.
Are you sure you're not hurt, Father?
Hurt, Pat? I've never felt better in my life.
He was like a young tearaway, missus. You should have seen him get stuck in.
Yes, Mum. Sid thought Ben Nevis had fallen on him. And you'd have laughed when Wilbur tried to bash Mr. Higginbottom. He swung a right, hit Mr. Higginbottom on the chin, and then started yelling his hand was broken.
It's the best laugh I've had since the mother-in-law threw the frying pan at me. And it the wife.
Well, you shouldn't be fighting at your age, Father. But at least you got your money back.
Yeah, Miss Higginbottom made them both empty their pockets. Well, he held them upside down and shook them.
Aye, and after we got our money, there was £5 over.
So Mr. Higginbottom took that to give to charity.
And charity begins at the Rose and Crown.
Don't you worry, son. There'll be a nice present for you.
Well, I should think so. He was the one who saved you all.
Aye. Well, for once, I've got to hand it to you, Clitheroe. Thank you, son.
Eh? Oh, don't mention it, old friend. Anyway, the one you should really thank will be here in about 2 minutes.
What do you mean?
Lieutenant Masterson of the New York Crime Squad. So switch on the telefolks, take a gander, and get yourself edificated. You all, yes, sir, yep.
Those involved with the Clitheroe kid this week were Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Danny Ross as Alfie Hall, Diana Day as Susan, Tony Melody as Mr. Higginbottom, Brian Truman as Wilbur Spinetti, and Arnold Peters as Sid and the Postman. The program was written by James Casey and Frank Bosco, produced by James Casey, and starred Jimmy Clitheroe as the kid himself.
Well, folks, I just thought I'd mosey back to tell you all that things are really humming in the old Clitheroe calaboose. I get to watch all the educational programs now. Crime Squad, Boot Hill, the Hoodlums, the Murder Market, and Death Valley. The only one I can't watch